Today's the day I fulfill an obligation. If you've ever been to a Sodium University class, you know that I have a raffle at the end of that class, and someone's going to win a YouTube video trip with me. My guest today is Carlos from one of our earlier in the year schools, and him and I are going to go out and try some of the new Mirrolures that I'm launching on my website. And it's a beautiful day. It's nice and mild. I got a feeling we're gonna have a good one. So let me back this trailer in. We'll jump in the boat. We'll go fishing. This episode of FlatsClass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. It's little clues like that little drain there that are so important. That's the perfect spot for a game fish to just be sitting in front of. Wait for that water to come out of there. He'll feel it. Pick stuff off. We'll fish this left side. There's a bunch of mullet behind me, kind of finning going out. Cast. Corrado DC is treating you well.
It sounds a little rough, doesn't it?
It's just, it's the sound of that reel is, it just sounds like that. What pound braid do you have on it?
20.
20.
Should probably have a little bit higher, but I wanted 20.
Yeah.
Fish, 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 fish.
It's a red. I could see him. It was a red. He followed it right up. He was right underneath it, dude.
I saw him.
He was right.
Can I get a second shot or something? No, no.
I think he knows we're here. But that was.
You saw him come out?
I saw him come right out. He was right underneath your plug, which tells me that the top water might. Yeah, go down that shoreline to the right. And then I'll push this. Look at that hit. You got him, baby. Nice snook. They like to be close to these little gaps. I'm going to try to get out here in the open for you. Nice job. Oh yeah. Nice job. As that water hits that bank on the left, Carlos, and it wants to get through that cut, and those snook will sit on places like that. That's a nice snook too. And good news is the lure is on the outside of the mouth, so he's not on your leader. Good job. Pretty smart, aren't they? Let me put the power pole down. Micro is going down right now. Hold your balance. I'm jumping down. Hit the net for this one. Way to start the morning off.
Beautiful.
Big snook too. Big snook. That is a beautiful snook. Way to go. And I mean, he dog boned it. He dog boned it. Hold that right there. I'm going to get a picture real quick with the screen. Support him underneath. Get a good thumb in there. Hard, tight.
Did he get you?
No, I just want to make sure you were free. I'll get a quick pic of you.
You want legs up like this or?
Topwater snook. Gotta love that. Unbelievable. All right, we'll just let him go right over here. Nicely done, my friend. That's the way you start your day off. That's why I like to start with topwater. There it is. Nicely done. All right. Ooh, Carlos, that's exactly the way you do it. Just like that.
Pretty cool.
Just like that.
Right away, because that's bad luck.
Quite a start for this particular YouTube episode. What you don't know is Carlos has been a long time, not only friend to FlatsClass, but him and his father have been coming to my inshore fishing classes for years. Carlos lives down in South Florida in Miami and Coral Gables, Coconut Grove area, but his family has a home also in Orlando, so he frequents the west coast of Florida and fishes my area quite a bit. But his Marquesa this time of year won't let him access some of that backcountry fishing. So to bring him back there in the Hells Bay Eldora and let him probe with me back in there and teach him some of the nuances of how we find the fish, how it's important to stay with the mullet the entire time, how it's important to read the water and understand the hydrodynamics of how that water banks into curves and goes around edges and how you must present to catch those fish. All that being said, Carlos is a very accomplished angler for a guy so young, a guy in his 20s. He fishes a ton. Every chance he gets, he's either in Flamingo fishing Florida Bay, or he'll fish Biscayne Bay, or come over here and fish the West Coast. Now, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot I can actually help him get better at without him having experience. One of the things that I do notice about the way Carlos fishes, he fishes fast. And sometimes you got to temper that enthusiasm or that I guess fight that feeling to work a bait too fast, especially when you're fishing in November and December and going into the cooler months. But this whole program started with the fact that when we partnered with Sodium Fishing, when I do classes there, and I do 3 or 4 university classes a year there for inshore saltwater, and some of them are only with me, and then some of them are with other guides that I partner with and bring them in so they can teach a specific type of fishing. But the end all is all of these classes have a nice premium raffle. We only usually have 50 students. And one of the prizes in the raffle is to come on board with myself and basically do an on-the-water school. And that's what you're learning here. Now, the action's not done with Carlos. I still have a few more segments here on the water with him, and then we'll be right back and wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you sign up for our next fishing school, which is going to be in February, I believe, with Captain J.C. Livingston. It's all going to be on shallow water, grouper, and snook fishing. Okay, go watch the rest of this video. But these are cool little pass-throughs that you go into, and then you get to see how we're waking one out?
No.
See that wake just went left of your plug? They'll sit on these edges right in here because this water kind of speeds up and the fish will be in here. We get to that next opening there, there'll be a few more wakes probably. These are reds, or most of them are mullets. Big mullet there, a lot of big mullet there running from the roots. Tell you the no-see-ums are thick in here. That's for sure.
You bring bug spray?
You know, I might have some in here. You gotta keep a little in the emergency kit for that. Oh! That was a red. See the difference?
Yeah.
See the difference?
Oh my god.
That was
You just missed it. I don't think I did anything wrong.
No. Sometimes for them you got to walk it just a tad slower. They're definitely on the bite right there. Anytime you go through these little pass-throughs, you always got to be wanting to make that first or second cast before you get out into the open, because they'll sit right in the mouth of these zones here. That was definitely a little redfish. Or
a little one or a big one?
That was probably a medium-sized one. I think a big one would have just got it. Big one would have just, I just saw that eagle just went over that tree line again up ahead of you at about 1 o'clock. So we might poke up into this little creek to the right.
Where do you want the lure?
Throw all the way across the middle, because it's...
He's just sitting there.
Got another one, got it. Oh, you had it for a second.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, I see him. Roll to him. Snook tried to get you.
Where are they?
You're in the middle of that mullet. I'm just going to sit here.
I yanked it in front of them. Are they?
They're right there. Yeah, all right, where you just pointed. How aggressive the snook have been on this warm-up. I mean, really, really solid. It's been a one fish. I mean, the reds have been so tough. And I mean, you've hooked 3 snook today, and it looks like we might get this one to the boat here. Let me get us, oh, maybe not. You got the better part of him. I was just trying to get over here to the shallow stuff so I could put the micro down. You did a great job there, my friend.
Don't come off.
I think you got him. All right, I'm going to jump down real fast. Or as fast as someone my age can jump. I got a good feeling about this one. You got a good hook set.
Don't do that yet.
Yeah, don't want to jinx you. Another solid.
Like defusing a bomb.
Yeah, I tell you what, you have caught some nice fish. Stuck some nice fish for sure. That is a good looking fish. But it's kind of tough sometimes to overcome all that Elastec.
Yeah.
Here, let you get a quick pick with him.
Okay.
Pinch him tight. Nicely done. Whoa. I was hoping we'd get one.
There's a rock right here.
Okay. I'll be careful. It's an oyster shell bar. Nicely done. Look how red he is too. He is red. He is red. All right, I'm just going to get us over the bar here real quick. Nice hit. Nice hit.
Giant.
Yeah. Get him in first and then we'll worry about that. I'll come down and get a quick pick with you. We got that redfish. We did get that redfish eventually. It's going to be a hard rain too. It's going to be a hard rain too. It was an awesome day on the water with Carlos. I got to thank him very much for participating in this. Him and his dad have been great clients for me and great supporters of my brand in general, really. And I don't think you could hide the passion that Carlos has for being on the water and catching fish. And I've watched him grow. You know, he's not just one-dimensional now. He's got some friends that are other guys that are fly fishing guides. And when I first started with Carlos, he was more of a spinning rod angler, and now he's widened that scope where he can do fly fishing and he can do casting reel fishing, and it's really been wonderful to watch him to grow in the game. So he'll be the one that passes the baton on in the future. But all that being said, this is a little bit of how a charter goes when you're out on the water with myself. because I'm trying to teach you why the fish are there, where you have to concentrate your efforts, why bait changes are needed. Oftentimes, and we've done YouTube videos about this in the past, it's about the lure speed, the tempo of the bait, and the size of the bait, 1 and 2. The color is almost always the third consideration. Always remember that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun for me, and I love being able to take all of you out on the water, because on the water, I feel like you'll learn a lot more. Okay, until the next time, make sure you subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Don't you want to be a part of these learning lessons that we do on the water, in the shop, the reviews, the shows that we put here on the FlatsClass YouTube channel? And give us that thumbs up. All right, I've got a collared shirt on today because I'm going to Hell's Bay Boat Works. The boss man's over there, and I want to make a good impression. See you guys later.